Hi, my name is Avery Kaufman, and I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm proud to say that I just recently graduated high school, and I'm the youth leader for Youth Allies Community Change Projects. And these projects were funded by America's Promise and AT&T. I led the community change projects with my fellow leaders in the Youth Allies program. And this showed our peers that education can be meaningful, and it can be relevant, and it can be fun. And in order to understand our projects, you also need to understand what Youth Allies is all about. In order to address the dropout problem, we wanted to give our friends and peers a chance to see how education can be meaningful and empowering and important, and that it can also make a difference. And so we got our peers involved in a few service learning projects, and these included important lessons that made also important impacts on our community. Our projects included art and social change.
My name's Marco. I'm 18 years old. This year my project was art and social change.
I am Travis. I am 18 years old. I like to do graffiti, and my project was art and social change. Taking that knowledge from graffiti and putting it into my project is helping me reach people through that. It's to inform the public through art about social change, getting people to think about what they're doing every day, just through the show that me and Marco have put together.
A bunch of artists just came together to share music and art. I started this project 3 years ago. It was really nice to finally see the show come together as I originally planned.
Seam Rippers.
Hello, my name's Autumn Billy. I'm 17. I'm a junior at the Santa Fe Indian School. My project is called Seam Rippers, Waste Reduction through DIY, Do-It-Yourself. I teach workshops about sewing and learning how to sew. It's an important topic because I believe that people grow more awareness. They learn how to sew. It reduces waste. It's your social and ecological footprint on what you buy from stores. It was really great being able to teach people that skill and seeing that they're surprised that they can do this, and that they feel more accomplished and feel more proud of themselves when they realize, like, wow, I just made a bag or I just made a scarf, and it's really great to see that. I feel like I'm having an impact on my own peers and people who are my age. Like, I never thought I could teach and be out in the open, and I guess being a leader all itself together, it's quite amazing.
Community gardening.
My name is Maylin Mireles. I'm 18 years old. I go to Santa Fe High School here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. My project was a food drive with gardening stuff. The main idea was to give cans of food to people who need food, and at the same time later on teach them how to grow their own food. We did all of this that you can see, the lettuces, onions. We have been doing workshops to teach families how to grow their own food, the people who were part of the food drive, so they can become self-sufficient. I think this project did have an impact on people because it not only let us give ourselves a chance to donate canned food and share with other families that are in need, but also it helped us to develop our own gifts and try it ourselves. And I think this will be really helpful for those families that are in need, because if you can grow your own food, it's way better than if you find a way to go to a store. There's people who don't even own cars, and you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, if you're gonna have a ride, if you're gonna have money to buy food.
Peer education.
My name's Alondra Rosales and I'm a Youth Allies organizer. I'm currently 15 years old. I run peer education, so I have to teach kids like not that much younger than me, like a year or two younger than me. And it's stressful because it's like I was just that age like a while ago. But like at the end of the day, it's just like I feel like I'm doing something to impact on these kids' life. Last semester, we focused on cooking for a program that Youth Allies also organizes, which is called Food Not Bombs. So we like got together, we recorded like few voices that were in Food Not Bombs. We cooked food. I think Food Not Bombs was a really good experience for the kids because like the feedback we got from them was that was like really awesome that we were able to give that food to other people who want it, who need it or whatever. It touched them inside, I guess. And now like with those students, like I have a more close relationship than like than a normal teacher would with their own students.
Another big project that we did was called the Eco School Student Campaign.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Rosales. I'm 17 and currently I am the organizer for the Eco Schools Student Coalition program.
I'm here to talk to you about Eco Schools. We at EarthCare would like you and your school to participate in the Eco Schools Spring Campaign in spring. Eco Schools' aim is to create educational environments that include learning to live with minimal impact to the environment by reducing the amount of waste our schools produce. Step 1. Establish an eco-action team. Step 2. Perform an environmental audit. Step 3. Develop an eco-action plan. So in conclusion, Eco Schools will ultimately make our entire school district more sustainable and hopefully create a school environment where students get educated on sustainability.
And then with our classes, we did audits on the school, and we figured out the amount of waste that our schools produced, and then we found places where we could reduce that waste. And after the audits, we decided to focus on cafeteria waste and mostly the use of styrofoam.
So today's Friday the 20th of May. We're about to go see if we can get served on these awesome plates instead of using styrofoam.
How we did this was we ran a campaign called Bring Your Own Plate to School Day, and this was to raise awareness about the negative impact of styrofoam plates going into landfills. Our action worked so well that we ended up getting to meet with the Director of Food Services and the supplier for the Santa Fe Public Schools. And what came out of that meeting is that now 3 public schools will have their dishwashers back next year, along with their reusable plates and silverware. All of our projects taught our peers something about important issues from our perspectives. And then we invited our peers to take action, to do something positive with their learning. And teaching your peers isn't always easy, but it's always rewarding. All of our projects made positive changes in our community through service learning. Service learning is real-world learning that makes a difference. We scheduled most of our projects to overlap with Global Youth Service Day, which was in April. And that week we had a bunch of really awesome projects and service learning activities where 860 students participated from 9 different schools. People took part in all kinds of projects, from community gardening to land restoration. These included elementary school students also, and to some of the kids that did exemplary work, we had awards. Food Not Bombs diverted over 10,000 pounds of food from the waste stream, along with we fed 700 people meals. And Seam Reppers gave educational workshops for 77 people, and those workshops were about how to reduce their impact and make their own clothing. One of our biggest projects was the I Matter March.
Please, if you haven't done it already, and sign the petition and volunteer to be puppets.
And in this march, we went into science classes and taught our peers about climate change, and then we invited everyone to create their own educational messages about what they had learned and how they felt. And then everyone came to a march and a community garden work day. And at the work day, we built garden beds for low-income families to feed themselves. We did educational presentations in 8 schools for more than 750 students, and over 130 people of those 750 came to our march. We are excited to continue our work next year and find ways to make education more meaningful by engaging and recruiting more peers and teachers, sponsors, to get more service learning in the curriculum of schools, and to make our peer education workshops easier. This project has really helped me in my effort to make my studies more meaningful and actually for something. And I also feel like I have inspired a few other people to feel the same. And I'm really thankful for AT&T and America's Promise. Their support has been just a blessing.